New World Order, you underestimated the people. You took a gamble and you lost.
Okay, we don't like this. Okay, well then we're going to do this. And that is just how it's going to be.
Evidence brought to light that there is a corrupt officer, or that officer did shoot that kid on purpose.
I don't care how I look, I don't care how I sound, I don't care what the beat is. I just care the message gets across.
Hello everyone, greetings, and welcome to another episode of Drummer's Rants and Spirit Hope Smoking Session. This is just a show where I smoke some weed and talk about whatever is on my mind and the such. And I just hope that some of you pick up what I'm putting down. This is just my truths as I see them. And that's what it's all about, man. Personal truths. Because everything is connected. Everything to everyone. How many people have you heard say that, right? But they really don't understand the full thing of it all. They still separate it. You know? I'm not going to name names, but it's people from both sides, you know? And it's people all around the world, really. We all believe in generally the same thing. We just use different words, different perceptions, because we've all been granted a different perception. Perception and truths, man, that's what it's all about. Oh, man. Like, how to start, man? The universe and its vastness and its greatness. Science, man, the beauty of it. But the separation still. And faith, the beauty of it, but the separation still. Is there no one who can appreciate both sides of it and the understanding? Everything is a misinterpretation. Everything. Faiths, definitely faith, and that's why I guess people love science, because science gives you answers. Answers in a language you can understand. And you see, to me, that's just God, the universe, because that's what I call God, is the universe. It's just, that's the answers they're giving you, the way to understand it. You see, people... Like, you know, certain people like Neil deGrasse Tyson, they're so brilliant in their understanding of the universe, but they still separate it. They're like, okay, this is the universe, this God doesn't exist, because they're taking it literal. They're attacking it in the Bible sense of like, you know, just being just a guy, you know, in the sky doing shit, governing things, and, you know, doing all the fucked up things in the Bible. Because whether, you know, you like it or not, the Bible too is, and all scripture is also, you know, just misinterpretation, because it's open to interpretation, and we as humans, we err. And whether you like it or not, the books were written by man. Yes, everything, they were inspired by God, but when you think about it, everything could have been inspired by God. Everything we're doing, the words I'm saying, you know, I used to say, God's not telling me to tell you this right now. Once again, these are just my truths. This is the truth of how I see it. And how I came to see it was so beautiful. It was right at the beginning of this whole crazy adventure. You know, I just hit rock bottom. It was 2 summers ago. I just hit rock bottom. And something in my head just told me to go walk, and I walked. And long story short, I ended up at this lake, and I sat down. And time, it just stopped. It didn't stop. Well, time didn't exist anymore. It just wasn't there. And the bugs, and the seagulls, the sounds, the sights, they're all working in unison together like some sort of well-oiled machine. And I just thought, that's when I first thought, how can there not be a plan, you know? How can there not be something? This is like a machine. But it's set up to run on itself. And that's when I started walking, and that's when I started getting these personal truths. And that's all I'm doing, is sharing these truths, my truths. Evolution is real, but to me it's just part of creation. The flower of life, man. Everything started with atmosphere. Everything's made out of atoms. Atoms and electrons, Adam and Eve. 7 days of creation, there's 7 rings in the flower of life. But you see, everything is just misinterpreted, written down, wrong, whatever. What say you? We're all part of this grand source of consciousness, this expanding and closing thing, this being. We're all part of it, man. And we all have the ability to harness this source, this fountain of knowledge, this tree. Because we bit into the apple, now that is our gift. And an apple can be whatever you want to call it. You see, I don't take things as scripture was. And for a lot of people still don't understand about me. I'm a Christian individualist. I believe Jesus existed. He lived and died. I believe he was a great being, a great prophet, a great son of God. But I'm not going to get into all that right now. It's about bonds, man. It's about connectedness. The connectedness to everything. Us to each other. And the way we divide each other because of the truth we've been given. Because perception is this greatest gift, but the curse of it is that we learn the truth in a way we can interpret it, a way we feel comfortable with it. And then we rely on that truth instead of exploring more. And why is that? Words. Because you can never properly describe what you believe, what your own personal truth is, what you've experienced it. You can never explain it in a way another person can truly comprehend. But if you all reach a certain level, a certain frequency, you can understand each other on a level that, yes, these are the same things. And you can respect each other in that way, and you can become more. Love is the only way. Love is the truth. You see, God is love. And if Jesus is a perfect incarnation of God, that means Jesus was love too. So if Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, the light, he could either mean Jesus himself, or he could mean love. You know, everything could be interpreted in a certain way. And that's the real divider. Everyone says it's, you know, religion divides and politics or whatever, what have you. But really, words are the divider. Because words are what formed these religions. Words are what formed these politics. We've all been given these separate truths. And since no one can fully explain their own truth to another person, we form groups. Groups that all share similar truths. And the more we explore, the more we think we have the answers, but we don't really have the answers because we're not open to really exploring all other aspects of life, because everything that we need to evolve truly has been split into every aspect of life. Art, math, science, even religion. There's truths. Yes, there's truths. But there's truths in everything. And if you're a religious person, you shouldn't rely on the Bible or whatever scripture you use alone. You shouldn't rely on that interpretation. You should rely on your experience and your life and the way you use that to express that love instead of the hate. Because if your religion teaches hate, or if you're hating in your religion under a God, it's wrong. I'm sorry. No matter what one you are. I call myself a Christian individualist because I have to call myself something. But really, my belief in God is so different. We form these groups, man, these certain mentalities, and And then we form groups inside groups. And we latch on to these truths. And scientists, man, if only you could explore that spiritual side, if only you could apply your science to the universe and think in terms of universe. What you're exploring right now is God. Think of it in terms you're exploring God, the way life works. Atoms, everything, man. This is all connected, more than you know, more than you think, more than you could even fathom. And everything is so important that we connect to each other and share these things with each other and share this love and share these friendships, because bonds are one of the only things we have left remaining, that are going to remain, that we're going to have. Material things and buildings and whatever could come and go, and even if you're a wealthy person your whole life till you live and die, you're still going to be missing on bonds or certain things if you don't focus on certain things. Bonds, memories, and life experience, those are all we have. Those connections, man. That's why it's so important. If you have a friend, or if you have a loved one or a family one that you haven't talked to for a while, or that, maybe it's a grudge or something, or maybe you don't even remember what happened, and it's just all this silly thing, just pick up the phone, man, and just pick it up and just, I'm sorry, I love you, I want you in my life again, because these people are important. Everyone you meet is important, even the people you feud with, even your enemies, they all have something for you. That's why it's so important to love them and open up yourself to that love and that spiritual side of it. You don't have to be a religion, you don't have to be anything, you just have to be open to experience. You have to be open to connecting other people's perceptions with your own. Making the connections, because everything is connected. Pound that into your head and truly ponder the deepness of it. Every book you come across, man, have you ever just been chilling and then come across a book and it's about something that you've been thinking about, or come across something like that, like a sign, a message, that something just rings in your head? Man, coincidences, man, dude, it's fucked up. Anyways, guys, honestly, I don't even know what I've been rambling on about most of this time. But if you've been paying attention, if you've been following along, then thanks, man. Much love. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me into your internet boxes for nearly 13 minutes, man. That's perfect. And just have a good night, right? Just explore love and explore your thoughts and know yourself, man. Just dig deep and explore who you are, and reach out for those connections that you've lost, because those are important, man. Really important. Much love. Good night.